go against also one of the best, and maybe the best, in All-American Luke Wierman.
Both of these guys are at 67%. Wierman, a first-team All-American in 2022.
And we are underway from South Bend. Loose ball picked up by the Irish in the middle of the field. We'll get a chance to see Notre Dame 6v6 first. Lynch still has it, finally able to get rid of it.
Played at Syracuse. His older brother Derek was a Cuse lacrosse player as well. Daniel rocking the stash. You like that stash, Connor?
I love that. I always love that.
Can't forget about brother Dylan, too. Won a championship with the Terps in 2017.
Of course. That's why he's on the field. 22. He can pick up ground balls and he can score, give you instant offense. Now Wierman's going to get rid of it.
They are so sound in that realm defensively. You have to hit in transition, hit in chaos off of ground balls, and Notre Dame cashing in with automatic Jake Taylor.
Lynch and Wierman now battling. The wings come in. Right on the ND logo. Picked up by the Irish. That's the bagpipe player, Bergmaster. So injured early on in his career, and remember a couple of years ago, his first game back from the knee injury, scored 8 goals on this field. Like, who is this guy? Jake Taylor. The Jake Taylor I knew was the old washed-up catcher in the movie Major League.
Well, good thing for a guy like Taylor. Motion, spun off of the pressure, and still scored with virtually no angle.
Lynch and Wierman have been even in 2 face-offs apiece. We'll get a loose ball hold. It's going to go against the Irish.
The paint. You have the outside shooter, and even if you pitch to him and Dobson doesn't get the shot, you made the point. Jeffrey Ricciardelli is on that back side left spot to Logan McNaney. He's almost automatic when he catches the ball.
Right. Colin Hagstrom took that draw for Notre Dame, and he wins possession, and we get a timeout. So the Irish clearly, Clark, when you think of
on an attackman and Eric Molliver.
Lynch, good face-off win again. 20 seconds to see if the Irish can put something quickly together. Entman knows it as he runs up to catch the pass. Are in the making at slot receiver for the football team, and there he is, recruited as a lacrosse player to Notre Dame. And the football team saw his film and said, holy cow, we could really use this guy for sure. So he's on football scholarship, but playing for the lacrosse team. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I think he could be an NFL slot receiver. I watched him play lacrosse in high school and just blown away by his speed. With Devin McClain.
Wierman loses his footing, but is able to clamp down on the ball and come out of there with it. The Irish just relentless, always in the middle of the field, and they almost thought they won possession, but it stays with Maryland.
Goal is good. Honestly, he's just another version of Jake Stevens.
Wierman jumped the gun with the face-off violation.
I love Lane understands that, and he buries the corner. The opposite side on Logan McNaney. So beautiful awareness by Dobson. Incredible cut by McClain.
Illegal clamp on the ball against Maryland. So once again, Notre Dame will get possession off the face-off.
Against Notre Dame. They thrive in chaos, and they will score off the ride. They will make you pay.
Hagstrom now trying to take that draw. We'll get a procedure. Going to go against Notre Dame. This is the largest deficit Maryland has faced all year, Cart.
Look at those numbers. You get the top matchup every single week. These guys put up video game type numbers. Dalton Young, well, erased. Evan James, erased. Joey Spallina, erased.
Did you see McAfee on Friday?
5 goals on Friday against Princeton. Or Princeton against North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, he scored 1 against Ajax. And they're all shooting under 18%. So even when they get opportunities, Cotter, they're in poor spots because of his positioning, the way he flushes attackman out.
Loose ball push against the Irish. Wierman still out there for
gloves, the body and the hips of an offensive player there. I don't care who your goalie is. He's the MVP of the national championship game a year ago, and he's a first-team All-American. You need to support your goalie a little bit more and contest the shot there.
It's been a disaster in the turnovers, 13 of them because of that. Faceoffs have been pretty even, although Maryland has won 4 in a row at the end of that first half, so that bodes well for Wierman and company as you start the second half with the ball scooting all the way inside the restraining box, and the Irish taking possession.
You're going to let Wierman kind of just get into a groove. He's taken every face-off this season other than 2. So you're going to ride or die with 52 in red, a first-team All-American and the top face-off man. There, he then takes away the pressure of the backside defender.
Still time to make something happen here. Loose ball push. Can Maryland get a good shot off? Molliver attacks the cage. He does get a shot off. And Entenmann is forced to make the save out. You know, some of those old linemen have I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, it was great. When Pat Cavanaugh scored behind the back, we saw one of the linemen or linebackers kind of just show what a behind the back was. It was classic, yo, he just did this.
Right.
Yeah.
Maryland's pulling him.
And that's a great point. On the surface, you think, how do you not pull Eric Dobson? Are you nuts? He's a first-team All-American. He'll be a first-round draft pick in the PLL this spring. If you watch the game and you see what he does and how dynamic he is, you scratch your head. You say you have to pull this football player who's a freshman who's playing lacrosse. But if you really dissect his skill set and how good he is, it makes sense.
Maryland's got to get 10 in red going. Urksa, it's been a goose egg for him so far today. Chorus, he scores easily.
Most valuable player outside of McNaney and Zappatello. I think he's the 3rd best player on this team, Jack Chorus.
Hagstrom giving Lynch a break, and Wierman takes advantage, wins the faceoff. Now he wants to get rid of it, and does to Chorus. Now Chorus wants to get rid of it here with Urksa. Maryland will sub out. Maltz.
Group and what Eamon's doing at City Lax. The work is never done.
Work obviously not done here for either one of these teams, but it's a much better position for Notre Dame to be in right now with a 5-goal lead heading to the 4th.
You know, you look at the Kavanaughs and their production. Entenmann outside of 8 to 10 yards.
Wierman's going to have to take this game over here the rest of the way. That's a good start against Hagstrom. Spanos gets it back.
Pass from the year. Finds Spanos, who has the last 2 goals. One with time and room righty, one inside lefty.
Lynch is back out there and wins a big face-off for the Irish. Things tightening up here in South Bend. Think about it, a 5-goal advantage with possibly a 6th with that Chris Cavanaugh goal that was. Cotter, on that last one, I think if he continued to run at full speed, he loses his angle. The awareness of a shooter, knowing where he is in terms of shot location and where the goal and the goalie is. That is critical, and that's why he's a proven goal scorer. Loose ball trip on the face-off. Possession to the Irish. Lead back up to 4.
21 team that went to the championship game. One of the top scorers in 2022 when they won it all. You get Molliver back, and you get him playing at the level he's capable of, which is today.
Picks up another one today. High school teammate of Chris Cavanaugh up at Taft.
Brother Thomas is one of the backup goalies who's got tremendous upside. A couple years ago, he was the #1 ranked goalie in the country. And he'll be in a battle next.
Breaking out the SPF. Those guys have been
berm is packed.
Winter wear for the last 6 months, and now it's bright spring sunshine in South Bend, Indiana, and the sun is shining on the Irish today. Horn sounds to finish it off. The Irish bounce back from their first loss of the season last week here at home to knock off the #3 team in the country, the previously unbeaten Maryland Terrapins.
This was the answer.